reaching great heights, getting big air, and going so fast you can't feel your stomach are just a few things that put the extreme in extreme sports.
Wilders, what if I told you there's actually an extreme sport that you do lying down on your back like you're taking a nap? You'd probably say, Alex, there's nothing extreme about that.
And I'd say, there is actually. Welcome to the world of street luge, an extreme sport that involves lying face up on a special board and going for it down a really steep hill.
Tyler, this street luge all seems like crazy business to me. Now, I'm trying to figure out how it all began because it sort of looks like someone was riding a skateboard and thought, you know what, I'm feeling a bit lazy today, I'll just lie down and go for a ride.
That's pretty much it. Starting in the late 70s with the skateboarding craze, skateboarders realised that they could go faster when laying down on their skateboards, and when doing so they did and had a lot of fun doing it.
Much faster, and it also sort of looks a little bit like winter ice luging.
Yes, Winter Olympians, when training for luge, needed some way to train in the off-season when there wasn't any snow, so they took skateboard trucks, bolted them to their sleds, and they had a way to train when there was no ice.
Awesome, all right, so it sort of came about as some sort of crazy rad experiment, really.
Really, yes.
Now obviously we're here to learn the basics and fundamentals of luge in a safe environment, so where do we begin?
We begin with safety number one, and then the basics of braking and turning.
Alright, so suit me up, Tyler, what do I need?
Alright, first you're going to need a really good helmet, motorbike style, full face, nice and strong. Next we'll need some gloves, nice leather gloves, Kevlar fingers, nice protection there. Full leather suit, so we don't want any skin showing at all. And then lastly we want a good set of shoes and a rubber brake sole as well, because that's how we stop.
Very solid rubber.
Exactly.
And this safety gear isn't just worn to up your cool factor. Although we do look pretty smooth in it, hey? Jokes aside, these boards are capable of reaching speeds of more than 100 kilometers per hour. In fact, the world record for street luge is set at a whopping 157.14 kilometers per hour. So it kind of makes sense to suit up.
Well, Tyler, I'm a little bit anxious about stopping and slowing these bad boys down because I don't see any brakes on them.
That's right, so to brake we have brakes on our shoes, so we saw that before. We've got rubber on the sole, so we stop by putting our feet on the ground. Now to stop, we just put our feet shoulder width apart. That's it, nice flat sole on the ground. Hold onto your board, and you've got a nice 90-degree angle in the leg. Just apply that pressure down onto the ground, and that's how we stop.
All right, so it's all on the feet. Now, I don't see any steering wheels on these babies, and it's a pretty sort of curvy, steep terrain, so how are we going to make those corners?
Excellent, so the way we do that is just by leaning into the turn. So if we want to go right, we just lean over to the right.
Lean to the right. And
That's
sort of,
right.
All right.
Yeah,
cool.
And then lean to the left.
And lean, just a nice lean, okay,
Exactly.
just like a skateboard.
Just like a skateboard. So we and just leaning into the turns, and that's how we get around the corners. It helps with the G-forces. The faster you're going, you can get into the turns.
Right.
And then we've got some other techniques that we can show you to help with those even tighter turns like we've got here at the track.
All right, well, I think it's time we give this a go and see if I can become a legend of luge.
And we're off and away! Whoever donned this sport as extreme was extremely right, because it's extremely terrifying and terrific all at the same time. And at first, it's also a little bit tricky. So it's a good thing there are a few luge legends about to give us a push in the right direction.
When we're about to send you down, we'll give your helmet a bit of a knock.
Although it might be a little while before I'm conquering the kind of hills that Tyler and his mates are into, I'm loving letting loose on these tracks in the meantime.